So Kevin, XL Foods has been, they've announced a shutdown. What's behind the closure?
Well, two points closely related to each other. Declining supplies of cows and also very, very deep losses in the packing industry in general in Canada for the last, I figure, at least 3, if not 4 months. So they're closely tied together, and when you look at the situation, there has definitely been an overcapacity for the last, again, 4 months at least.
So I guess in retrospect, should we be surprised that this plant is shutting down?
Well, I've always questioned that plant, its role and so on. When XL bought the Lakeside plant, I questioned it as to its role and its function within the plant structure. I could understand Moose Jaw, but I had a harder time understanding the Calgary plant because of the fact that it was in a major city, great deal of value there. So that was one thing that I had some questions about. But like I say, the losses that the industry's been experiencing the last little while, something had to give. I would have liked to have said that I saw this coming before I did, but now with the benefits of hindsight, it makes perfectly good sense.
Right. So I guess, I'm sure there's going to be some producers are going to be, I guess, saying, great, less packer competition. Do you think producers should be upset about this closure? Well,
it's natural to be concerned. They were concerned when XL bought the Lakeside plant. You always want more buyers rather than less. But this situation, in terms of the losses, was simply unsustainable. And all in all, producers need a healthy packing sector, and the situation has not been healthy for either Cargill or XL. And with that said, there may be one less plant, but there still are the two competitive buyers on the prairies, Cargill and XL, as well as strong buyers out of the United States. So the actual competition hasn't changed much, just that we got rid of some capacity that was causing a lot of red ink. It doesn't mean the red ink's going to dry up, but at least it's going to stop the hemorrhaging.
What was the capacity at that Calgary plant?
About 5,000. I think the industry, I think it's been said to be a 5,000 head plant for years and years, even when it used to do fed cattle. Now it was doing only cows, but still 5,000 was the number that was typically bandied about. In other words, 1,000 a day.
So, do you think that where the animals that were being killed there? Where are they going to go now?
Well, Lakeside can do cows. They always have. So they'll go to the Lakeside. When I say Lakeside, I mean the Brooks plant.
The Brooks plant. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess not to provide a bit of a doomsday look, but do you think that because of the red ink that's being seen right now, is there we've gone to a four kill day work week? Do you see is that going to shrink more?
Well, like I say, this will help. So they've been having trouble putting together kills at both Lakeside and Cargill. And again, when I say that, I mean Brooks and Cargill. So this will spread some of those cattle around to go into Brooks and to High River. So that'll help. But the bottom line is that placements in the big picture, it's the feedlot placements, and the placements were down dramatically during 2011, and so when you have down placements, you have down marketings later on. So placements are probably going to start to pick up, and then we'll start to see more numbers, and hopefully this trauma will be behind us. And even better still, the plant gets opened up in the fall again, because again, I don't think they've said that it's permanent. Because within the big picture, our cow numbers are down fairly dramatically from 2005, 2006, but they were inflated dramatically because of BSE. and we couldn't ship cattle south. So, you know, it's better to compare our cattle numbers to pre-BSE, and we're down, but certainly not dramatically. I think a couple % from pre-BSE days. So, I mean, it's not a crisis in terms of numbers. I think it's a short-term problem that will be cured by a number of factors.
So do you see them reopening this plant potentially, or are they going to try to sell the asset, or is it, you had mentioned it's not dark forever, but...
They've said that they hope to reopen it in the fall when numbers start to improve. I mean, cow numbers are always up in the fall, of course, so it's culling time. I think that they got themselves into a jam in terms of pulling cows ahead over the winter time because, again, the fed cattle were so tight. So they tried to augment the fed kill by killing more cows, and you know, again, that's just in some respects robbing Peter to pay Paul. So that caught up. That caught up to him. But again, I suppose again, I'm just trying to make the case that the fed cattle situation is a big problem too, and probably contributed to the closure of a non-fed cattle plant.
Mm-hmm. So do you see any other fallout from this, Kevin, at all, or is this just normal course of business?
Well, as you know, they also closed their plant in Nampa, Iowa too, and again, that's a cow slaughter, and it's a function of declining supplies in the United States as well. So, it just as painful as it is, and as callous as it sounds to the folks that work there, it's simply a matter of that it just couldn't continue. There's just too much red ink, and so something had to give.
Mm-hmm. Kevin, thanks a lot for joining us today, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Well, thanks for thinking of me.